What if the secret to one of the most nutrient-packed greens on the planet was actually the cold? Most gardeners baby their plants away from frost, but spinach? Spinach thrives when temperatures drop. And here's the twist nobody talks about: you don't need a fancy greenhouse, expensive tools, or even perfect soil to grow it. Just a little know-how that most garden channels skip over entirely. Stick with me till the end of this video because I'm sharing something about growing spinach that'll completely change how you look at your garden in cold weather. Hey there, garden friends. Welcome back to Earthly Gardening, where we grow more while spending less. If you're new here, you've just stumbled into the channel that proves incredible harvests don't require incredible budgets. I'm pumped you're here because today's green gold is going to change how you see winter gardening forever. Real quick, if you want more budget-friendly growing secrets landing in your feed, smash that subscribe button right now. Seriously, it's free, and it tells YouTube you're part of the smart growing crew. Alright, let's dig in. So here's what nobody tells you about spinach. While every other vegetable is a total drama queen about temperature, spinach is out there thriving in conditions that would make tomatoes weep. We're talking about a plant that genuinely prefers the cold. Not tolerates it, prefers it. Why spinach is your wallet's best friend? Let me paint you a picture. One packet of spinach seeds costs roughly the same as a single store-bought bunch. But that packet? It's going to give you harvests for months. We're talking about a plant that regrows after you cut it, survives when everything else quits, and packs more nutrition per square inch than almost anything else you can grow. Here's the kicker: spinach actually gets sweeter when temperatures drop. That frost everyone's afraid of? It triggers the plant to convert starches into sugars as a survival mechanism. So while your neighbor's paying premium prices for organic greens at the farmer's market, you're harvesting candy-sweet leaves right from your backyard in November. The cold truth that changes everything. Most gardening advice treats spinach like a spring crop and calls it a day. But that's leaving half the story untold. Fall spinach outperforms spring spinach every single time, and here's why: fewer pests, slower bolting, better flavor, and you're growing when grocery store prices spike. Spring spinach has one major enemy: heat. The moment temperatures consistently hit 75 degrees, your plants get confused and think it's time to reproduce. They send up flower stalks, leaves turn bitter, and your harvest window slams shut. But fall spinach? It settles into cool weather like it's coming home. You get a longer harvest, less hassle, and superior taste. Setting up your spinach success. Let's talk about soil, but not in that complicated, chemistry class way. Spinach wants soil that drains but doesn't dry out instantly. Think of it like a wrung-out sponge, moist but not soggy. If your soil is heavy clay, just mix in some compost. Don't have compost? Shredded leaves work. Broke the bank already? Cardboard pieces broken down into the soil help too. Here's your soil test: squeeze a handful. If it forms a ball but crumbles when you poke it, you're golden. If it stays in a tight mud ball, add organic matter. If it won't hold together at all, same solution, organic matter. See? Not complicated. pH matters, but not as much as the internet wants you to believe. Spinach likes 6.5 to 7.5, which is pretty much normal garden soil territory. Unless you're gardening on a former industrial site or pure sand dune, you're probably fine. Save your money on the pH testing kit unless you've got consistent failures across multiple crops. The planting method that actually works. Forget perfect spacing and measuring tapes. Here's what works: make a shallow trench with your finger, about ½ an inch deep. Sprinkle seeds along it like you're adding salt to food, not clumped, not miles apart, just casual and even. Cover lightly with soil, pat it down, water gently. For fall planting, count backward 6 to 8 weeks from your first frost date. For spring, get those seeds in the ground 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost. And yeah, spinach can handle frost. We're talking about a plant that survives down to the low 20s without breaking a sweat. Want continuous harvests? Plant a new row every 2 weeks. Sounds like work, but it takes literally 5 minutes and means you're never without fresh greens. The watering secret nobody mentions. Spinach roots are shallow, hanging out in just the top 6 inches of soil. This means 2 things: they need consistent moisture, but you're not watering deeply like with tomatoes. Think frequent and light versus occasional and heavy. The finger test saves you here. Stick your finger in the soil up to your first knuckle. Dry? Water. Moist? Skip it. You're looking for soil that feels like a damp towel, not a wet towel. Overwatering causes more problems than underwatering because soggy soil invites fungal issues and root rot. Morning watering beats evening every time. It gives leaves time to dry before nightfall, which cuts down on disease. Plus, you're working with nature's temperature rhythm. Cool mornings mean less evaporation and better soil penetration. Quick pause: if you're learning something valuable here, tap that like button. It genuinely helps this content reach more gardeners like you. And drop a comment telling me, are you team spring spinach or team fall spinach? I'm reading every single one because your experiences make this community incredible. Okay, back to it. Harvesting like a pro, the cut and come again magic. This is where spinach becomes absolutely unbeatable. You don't pull the whole plant. Instead, you're taking outer leaves when they hit 3 to 4 inches, leaving the center growth point intact. The plant keeps producing from that center, giving you multiple harvests from one planting. Use scissors or pinch leaves off with your fingers. Start harvesting when plants have at least 5 to 6 leaves total. Take no more than 1/3 of the plant at a time. This keeps it vigorous and productive instead of shocked and stunted. Baby spinach versus full size is just a timing choice. Baby leaves come at 3 to 4 inches and taste incredibly tender, perfect for salads. Full-size leaves at 6 to 8 inches work better for cooking and have a slightly more robust flavor. Harvest based on how you'll use them, not some rulebook. Dealing with problems. Aphids show up sometimes. Before you buy anything, blast them off with water from your hose. Seriously, that's it for most infestations. If they come back, a spray bottle with water and a tiny squirt of dish soap handles them. We're talking about pennies in pest control. Slugs love spinach, especially in damp conditions. Crushed eggshells around plants create a barrier they hate crossing. Beer traps work: 2 shallow containers filled with cheap beer, set at soil level. Slugs crawl in and can't get out. Reset every few days. Bolting happens when heat arrives or days get too long. You can't stop it forever, but you can delay it. Afternoon shade during warm spells helps. Mulch keeps roots cooler. Choosing slow bolt varieties from the start buys you extra weeks. Varieties worth your money. Bloomsdale is the classic, with crinkled leaves that trap salad dressing perfectly. It's cold-hardy, reliable, and cheap to buy as seed. Space is smooth-leafed, easier to clean, and what most people picture as spinach leaf. For something different, try Tai. It's bred specifically for fall planting and cold tolerance. Red cardinal has reddish stems and veins, adding color to salads without changing flavor. Giant winter lives up to its name with massive leaves and serious cold tolerance. Don't overthink variety choice though. Any spinach beats no spinach, and most varieties perform similarly in home gardens. Extending your season into winter. Here's where spinach gets really exciting. A simple row cover, just floating fabric laid over plants, adds 10 to 15 degrees of frost protection. You can harvest spinach under snow with this setup. We're talking fresh greens in December from a plant you started in September. Cold frames take it further. Build one from scrap wood and an old window, or buy a cheap one online. Position it over your spinach bed, and you've created a microclimate that extends harvest by months. Open it on warm days for ventilation, close it at night for protection. Even a wall water or homemade cloche, just a cut plastic jug over individual plants, makes a difference. The goal isn't fancy, it's functional. You're capturing daytime warmth and releasing it slowly at night. The nutritional powerhouse you're growing. Let's get real about why this matters beyond saving money. Spinach delivers vitamin K, iron, calcium, folate, and antioxidants in concentrations that make it a legitimate superfood. 1 cup of cooked spinach gives you nearly 1000% of your daily vitamin K needs. Fresh-picked spinach has higher nutrient levels than store-bought because nutrients degrade after harvest. Your backyard spinach, cut and eaten within hours, beats anything shipped across the country. Plus, you control what goes on it, no pesticides unless you choose them. Here's what you do: grab spinach seeds next time you're out. Plant them in any available space containers, garden beds, even that weird narrow strip along your fence. Water consistently, harvest outer leaves regularly, and watch what happens. Start small if you're nervous. 1 short row gives you enough experience to know if you love it. Next season, expand. The beauty of spinach is that mistakes are cheap and success is delicious. So there it is: spinach, the cold weather champion that costs almost nothing, produces like crazy, and actually improves when frost hits. This is the crop that proves you don't need a greenhouse or fancy setup to eat incredibly well from your garden year-round. If this video helped you see spinach differently, make sure you're subscribed, because we're doing this every week with real growing advice for real budgets. Drop a comment with your biggest gardening win or challenge. I love hearing from you. And if you want another veggie that thrives in cold weather, check out the video popping up on your screen right now. Get out there and grow something amazing. I'll see you in the next one.